Electric vehicles are continually gaining popularity, but many consumers still have questions on how charging your vehicle compares to getting traditional gas, and there are some other unexpected benefits to electric cars. So joining me now with more on that is Head of Corporate Communications for Kia America, James Bell. James, good to speak with you. How are you?
Fantastic, thank you. I'm out here talking about the future and talking about cars. It's my perfect playground.
I was going to say, what better way to start off the new year? So James, tell me, why did Kia decide to build a house as its CES display for this year?
A lot of people have been wondering about that. I mean, I'm a car company. I'm at the CES show, which is the future of human life. And I built a house. And here's why. Because a lot of people are buying and considering electric vehicles now as their personal transportation. But stick with me on this for a second. When you get an electric car, you plug it in at home. It takes power from the utility company, from the grid, through your charging unit into your car. It's one direction. What we're showing here today is what we're calling bi-directional charging. So essentially, again, you can have the power coming across into the car for your transportation. But let's say there's a power out. Or let's say there's a storm, something that's going to impact the power that's available to your family and yourself in your home. The future of the system that we're talking about here today in a partnership with a company called Wallbox is that when the grid goes down or the utility company has to reduce your power supply, it will then speak to the charging unit, which will then speak to the car, and electricity will act into your home. So let's say there's a power out overnight. Your air conditioning never turns off. The heater never turns off. The lights are available. The refrigerator doesn't turn off, possibly wrecking your food in the freezer. Everything just stays seamless. And that's how we're trying to position this future as a way to really kind of make life not only more efficient, but make it easier. And in this case, I think a lot more fun too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and what's so fascinating to me is, there's maybe a lot of doubters out there about using electric vehicles, but you're saying that an electric car really can power a house. Tell me more about that.
Oh, absolutely. Now, ultimately, it's just a matter of where the electrons go. So an electric vehicle is really just a battery pack with 4 tires on it. So you can't use the power that's available in a car indefinitely. Obviously, eventually those are going to run out, but it can be definitely used, in a pinch or in a time of stress. And what you just need to be sure of is that you're not running every television in your house. You're not running every light. You're not, turning the air conditioner way down cold. You want to be more efficient with that use of power. And yes, in many cases, depending on what devices are being used, you can run a normal sized home for, a day, if not longer. Usually enough time to either arrange for a generator or in many cases, the grid coming back up. So yeah, it can. You can't run everything on an electric car, but you can definitely keep the important parts running for you.
Yeah, it sounds like there are a lot of amazing benefits to this. Now, aside from maybe the power going out or something that's very common that we're used to, is there other situations when a consumer would want to use the vehicle to power the home?
Yeah, well, let's think about maybe something a lot more fun, which would be going camping. Maybe you've got the kids, they want to set up a theater, a home theater out in the woods. You can use the vehicle to actually run all that sound equipment and TV equipment instead of a generator, which makes a lot of noise. Let's say you need to fill up the air mattresses because you're getting ready to do some camping. You can use the vehicle to run the generator to fill up those mattresses. So there's a lot of uses where right now I think people think about electrification as just a kind of a one-way street, if you will, to get up and down the road from point A to point B. But what we're here to say is with Kia, we're not only looking at using that as a great efficient transportation, but also amplifying and making life a little nicer and a little easier. We all want that.
Yeah, it really does sound like a valued resource in really kind of any situation. James, anything else that you want the viewers to know that Kia is offering as far as electric vehicles go?
I think really the key point for how Kia is approaching electrification, and which, by the way, we're not going back to gasoline power. This is going to be the move, very similar to the move from horse-drawn carriages to gasoline-powered car 100 years ago. So this is on. And what Kia is going to try to do is do it in the most efficient way and also affordable way. Ultimately, Kia has to be affordable, and we have some really exciting new, very affordable vehicles coming out in the very near future.
All right, so people can look forward to that. James, if people want more information about everything we've talked about today, where can they find it?
Oh, that's easy. Please go to kia.com, not only to check out all of our electric vehicles, but also to see all the exciting things we're doing here at CES.
All right, James, thank you so much. We hope you have a great time at CES, and we can't wait to see what else is coming out this year with Kia.